Our emotions, whether we're conscious of them or not, are the driving force behind everything we do. If you're going to find out what's bothering you, motivating you, or getting in your way, you need to find out what you're feeling. The trouble is, most people don't know how to answer that question accurately, and all too frequently, neither do therapists. Some people may take offense to that last sentence. Surely they know what they're feeling. They talk about their feelings all the time. But most of us are much better at analyzing our feelings and the feelings of everyone around us than actually feeling and expressing what's going on inside us right now. Indeed, in the present moment, we might be feeling something entirely different from the feelings we're recounting. Over the past 30 years, neuroscience has discovered a lot about feelings and emotions. For one thing, while people normally use the words emotions and feelings interchangeably, neuroscientists use emotions to refer to our body's unconscious responses and reactions, and feelings refer to what we consciously experience. Either way, our emotions and feelings exist to guide us. They're meant to move and change within us, and in the process, lead us forward. But so often, we get caught up in how we think we're feeling. We get stuck in long, complicated stories about why we feel the way we do. And to top it off, we can end up feeling bad because we don't think we should feel the way we feel, or we don't like the way our feelings seem to make us act. And when we get to that point, we've strayed very far from our original feelings. It can be hard to break through the clutter of your thoughts and get below all the secondary emotions, all the turbulence created by your mind as it adds to, reacts to, and judges what's really going on inside you. So how can you cut through all that to discover what you feel deep down? The following 6 points can help you find your way. Number 1, feelings are something you feel. The first thing to know about feelings is that you feel them. They feel like something. The way you feel your hand touching a table, or the gnawing in your stomach when you're hungry. These sensations, or groups of sensations, happen within you right now, in the present moment. This is not as obvious as it sounds. You can't assume you know what you feel about something, just because that's how you always felt about it, or that's how you should feel about it. Feelings aren't static and stable objects, like an arm, or leg, or finger. They're a process occurring in your nervous system, continually generated and regenerated. You can't literally feel what you felt yesterday, or even 15 minutes ago. You can feel the same as the way you felt yesterday, but what you feel is what you're feeling inside of you right now. Number 2, original feelings are experienced in the body, and they start below the level of words. This is the heart of the matter. The emotional circuitry of the human brain evolved millions of years before the advent of modern human language. Because of this, our emotions at their core are fundamentally wordless. They're more like music, which is why music moves us so much, and why movies add soundtracks to enhance their emotional impact. Feelings start out below the level of words as bodily sensations of varying intensities whose purpose is to signal you about something important happening in your internal state. For that reason, there's something you experience in your body. Heartache feels like heartache. When you're angry, you can feel it in your shoulders and back, the way your facial muscles move, and the tension in your arms and hands. Much subtler and softer feelings are felt in the same way. We're just not accustomed to noticing them that way. That's because our minds very quickly interpret these bodily signals to tell us what we're feeling and why we're feeling it. Sadly, very often, our cognitive minds get it wrong, leading us to become aware not of what we feel, but of what we think we feel, or what we think we should feel. Number 3, feeling is slower than thinking. This may be surprising. Aren't feelings quicker? It sure seems that way when we suddenly find ourselves flying off the handle. But evolution does fashion those emotions, what we call fight or flight reactions, to bypass thought for the fastest possible response to danger. They're just a small subset of our feelings, however. But since we notice these very hot and loud emotions so quickly, we think that's what all feelings are like. But in our ordinary state of mind, the process of experiencing and identifying our deeper feelings is slower. To feel ourselves and to talk from our feelings usually requires us to pay attention less to our racing thoughts and more to our internal sensations. The old adage, stop and think, we need to add, pause, slow down, and feel. Number 4, feelings often originate as bodily sensations in the center of your body or images attached to those sensations. As noted before, your original feelings don't begin as words, but as bodily sensations, but not just anywhere. Generally, they appear first in the center part of your body, somewhere in your chest, stomach, or abdomen. They can also start as a feeling in your throat or a teary feeling behind your eyes. But however or wherever you feel them, they're a visceral sensation. Let's take a sudden sinking feeling. Where do you feel a sudden sinking feeling? If you were asked to point to it, it would probably be somewhere around your navel. The feeling signals, uh-oh, something bad has happened or is about to happen. Maybe it originated with some tree-swinging ancestor who reached for a tree limb and missed. But feelings don't have to be so well-defined. They can be simpler and more global. I feel weighed down is a feeling. So is its opposite, I feel like weight's been lifted from my shoulders? Some feelings are like images, which is another way our brains process experience. Unlike paintings or movies, however, these images have a visceral, felt quality. For example, a dark cloud has come over me. Or, it's like there's a wall around my heart. Of course, feelings don't always come to our awareness as sensations or images first, and they usually don't remain there. As their meaning becomes clear, they become feeling words. But what words? Number 5. The words for original feelings are simple, but there are more than 6 of them. You may have heard or read that there are 6 primary or categorical emotions: happiness, sadness, fear, anger, surprise, and disgust. This idea originated from research showing that these 6 emotions create universal facial expressions recognized by people everywhere. But further research showed there were far more than 6 primary emotions. Real feelings are shaded and of different intensities, and we can have more than one feeling at a time. Still, true feelings, the ones you feel in your body in the moment, tend to be simple. Here are just a few. I feel lonely. I feel scared. I feel panicky. I feel moved. I feel touched. I feel awed. I feel safe. I feel unsafe. I feel lost. So original feelings are felt in the body, in present time, emerge slowly, and often don't start as words. But when words come, they tend to be simple. But how do you know when you've gotten to what's truly going on within you? Number 6. Your true emotions feel true in your body. So check in there. You have a built-in feedback loop, and it seems to emanate from those inner places located somewhere within your torso. Granted, the signal may at first be faint and crackly because the neural connections aren't well developed, but it's still there. When you've identified something you might be feeling, check it there. You'll get a clear internal signal saying yes, no, or not quite. Keep sensing inside until you get a clear yes, that's it. That feeling of something inside you saying, yes, that's exactly how I feel, feels very good. Your body relaxes, you may sigh, and in some hard-to-describe way, you feel aligned with yourself. Carl Rogers, best known as the developer of client-centered therapy and truly the father of all modern-day psychotherapy, called it congruence. We call it being emotionally connected. Feelings that aren't in sync with our internal bodily signals, but are produced by ruminating thoughts, are thought-out driven emotions, and they stay stuck, often long after the stimulus that first generated them is gone. But unresolved feelings that arise from the body and get acknowledged don't stay stuck. They move and change and guide us to their own resolution. There's a whole lot more to the art of feeling, but for now, the takeaway is this. If you can let go of all the stories and past scripts and dare to feel and express the simple truths of what's going on inside you moment to moment, letting your honest feelings reveal themselves, move through you, and change if they wish, you can live more authentically, and you can change your world. When we feel isolated, our brain snaps into self-preservation mode, making us hypervigilant to social threats. We become mistrustful of other people and anxious in social situations, often without consciously realizing it. This can make social interaction more difficult, thereby perpetuating a cycle of loneliness. Acceptance reduces our perceptions of social threat, which allows our lonely feelings to dissipate and makes us more open to social connection. So the next time you're feeling lonely, sit with the discomfort, relax your body, and allow the feeling to flow through you. You might say to yourself, I feel lonely, and that's okay. I can feel this without pushing it away. Or, as Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh recommended, say, my dear loneliness, I know you're there. I hope to take care of you. You can develop the skill of acceptance through a mindful practice like meditation. Keep in mind that acceptance is a skill, and it takes time to develop. The participants in Lindsay's research saw benefits after practicing daily for 2 weeks. Also, accepting your feelings of loneliness doesn't mean you have to accept the circumstances that contribute to your loneliness. If you want more, or more meaningful, social connection in your life, take steps to make it happen. Just tune into yourself before reaching out.